And ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to Wayne Valley Girls Lacrosse Senior Night. Tonight we honor our senior players and their families, but first we'd like to congratulate the senior players on the Glen Panthers squad, coached by Kyle McCourt. Please join us in cheering for the senior Panthers from Glen Rock High School, number 10, Caitlin Orsini. Number 31, Maddie Dill. Number 28, Lizzie Burgoyne. Number 18, Kate Dressler. Number 3, Tara Zawalik. And number 11, Jordan Russo. Congratulations, ladies, on your outstanding careers, and best of luck in all of your future endeavors. And now please turn your attention to midfield as we honor our Wayne Valley seniors, coached by Gianna Derso, Carissa Franzi, Stephanie Vogel, and Stephanie Doyle. And now we're happy to honor our graduating class of 2018 players. Congratulations to number 8, Stevie Henson. Stevie is escorted by her father Reed, her mother Lori, and her brother Reed. Stevie will be attending Indiana University in September. Congratulations to number 14, Mel Cartagena. Mel is escorted by her mother Dorian and her brothers Mark and Matthew, and will be attending Drew University this coming fall. Congratulations to number 17, Carly Navard, and number 23, Cameron Navard. Carly and Cam are accompanied by their father Ken, their mother Vicky, and their brother Kenny. Cameron will be attending the College of New Jersey, and Carly will be attending Rockcar State University in the fall. Congratulations to number 18, Abigail Cummings. Abby is escorted by her mother Carol, her father Griff, and her sisters Samantha and Chelsea, and her favorite fan Daphne. Abby will be attending Rockcar State University this coming September. Congratulations to number 27, Morgan LaSala. Morgan is accompanied by her father Joe, her mother Mary, and her sister Julia. Morgan promises that she'll make her decision about which university she'll be attending in the fall very soon, with the choices narrowed down to either the University of Notre Dame or the United States Naval Academy.
Okay, the tally lights are like backwards.
Congratulations to number 30, Madison Phillips. Maddie is escorted by her father Bruce, her mother, Joanne, her brother Braden, and her sister Ainsley. Madison will be attending the University of Wisconsin in September. And congratulations to number 75, Nicole Elliott. Nicole is accompanied by her father Jim, her mother Sherry, and her sisters Daniela and Alyssa. Nicole will be attending Albright College in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, have another round of applause from the Wayne Valley Girls Lacrosse Senior Class of 2018.
Switch them? Oh.
No, we just did switch the time. Really do, like just switch the tables on the switcher, and it didn't change the tallies. Oh, you know how to loosen your tripod too. I don't know how you can stand it now. Here's your loose there and loose Hey, how are you? You know better. I see you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that everyone rise and join Wayne Valley's Cara Scacarella as he sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
7 minutes on the half. 7 minutes on the halftime.
Hello and welcome to Wayne Valley Television. I'm Tom Santinello,
And I'm Eric Bender.
and tonight we'll be bringing you the senior night edition of Wayne Valley Girls Lacrosse as they take on the visiting Glen Rock Panthers.
Yeah, and we have a good matchup for you tonight. Wayne Valley sits at 6-3, and the Glen Rock Panthers will be 2-7.
But don't be deceived by the Glen Rock disappointing record. They've played a lot of good teams. They have a very tough schedule. They just came off a tough loss the other day to Kinnelon, 13-2. Wayne Valley is familiar with Kinnelon as a week ago, in their cancer benefit, they had to come back in the second half to upset a really good Kinnelon team.
Yeah, and so like you said, when this Panther team plays that stacked of a schedule, it's really hard to see how they'll line up against this Valley Indian team. Under the official rulebook of girls high school lacrosse, we will play 2 halves each of 25 minutes, but the clock will be running, so just because there's a stoppage in play does not mean the clock itself will stop.
We mentioned Wayne Valley's big win over Kinnelon. About 2 weeks ago, they upset one of the best teams in the state, Indian Hills, in a thrilling triple overtime game. Carly Navarre, the team's leading goal scorer, put one into the back of the net on a chilly night.
Yeah, and that's kind of momentum you want to continue to carry over, especially here on senior night. It's a big stage. All the players want to show how hard they worked over the years, especially the seniors. Their friends are in the stands, their families in the stands. They really want to show up tonight. And coming off a win like that could be huge for momentum.
Look for a big night from the Navard sisters for Wayne Valley. Last game against Holy Angels, they combined for 7 goals, and last week, Carly reached the vaunted 100-goal mark.
Yeah, quite the duo.
And Carly Navarre wins the draw for the Indians. Maddie Phillips pushes off the draw. No one stops the ball. She shoots. And the senior captain scores to start off the game. 13 seconds into it, the Wayne Valley Indians have a 1-0 lead.
And that's something this Valley team brings to the table. So much speed on the offensive side. People like Maddie Phillips, junior Katie Razor, they have so much speed on this team.
That's Maddie Phillips' 19th goal of the season. And Carly Navarre wins her second draw of the night. Ball's loose. And Navarre will corral the ground ball. She sends it ahead to number 7, Caroline Ungemak, who can't finish.
Great lob pass that time, trying to set up for their second goal, but could not finish it.
Ball's loose yet again. Number 3, Tara Schwazluck, the senior, gets the ground ball. Riley Duncan, the freshman, unable to hold on possession. Something to watch out for tonight, Eric. This is Coach Gianna Durso's second season here at Wayne Valley, and she's really made her mark on the defensive end of the field.
Yeah, she really prides herself on her defensive schemes. It's good. It all starts on the defensive side. In order to get those chances on offense, you have to be commanding on your defensive side of the field.
Expect a big night from Albright College bound Nicole Elliott, the goalkeeper.
Stifling defense right now. Panthers are heartfelt to try to get a good chance right now.
Carly Arcidi looks to make a move towards goal. And she'll be given an 8-meter shot after the shooting area foul.
One of the strengths of this Wayne Valley team is definitely the goaltender, Nicole Elliott. Like you said, college bound.
RCD decides not to shoot. She'll pass it off to number 3, Tara Schwazluck. Back to RCD. And Tara Schwazluck puts it into the back of the net, beating Nicole Elliott for Glen Rock's first goal of the game, and we are tied with 22 minutes and 23 seconds left in the first half.
Great move that time by the Panthers. You saw that little bit of a hesitation when she was in front of Elliott, and it paid off.
So far, we've seen Glen Rock choose to operate their offense from the top of the zone.
Tara Zawalik. The goal is unassisted. Time to goal 2:37.
Ball's loose. And that'll be brought in by the sophomore, number 12, Courtney Delerba. Delerba sends it over to Navard. Phillips. Phillips drives. And that'll be gobbled up by the senior, Liz Bergeron.
Phillips with an aggressive move that time, looking for his second goal on the evening.
Indians applying a tough ride.
Yeah, trying to prevent the Panthers from crossing that midfield area.
And the Indians will be called for an illegal stick check. Nice double team put on there by the freshman, Caroline Ungemuck, the freshman phenom. She'll send it over to Delerba. And Delerba chooses to bring it out and settle. Sloppy pass. Number 9, Jenna Colicchio can't bring it in. Glen Rock will gain possession after the legal stick check. Maddie Phillips giving chase to number 31, Madeline Dill. And Glen Rock looks to settle yet again.
Panthers' second chance in the offensive zone. Let's see if they stick with what was successful the first time or they try to mix it up. Because with Nicole Elliott, you can't really come at her with the same approach as you did. She's very likely to catch on to that.
Arcidi looking to make a move. Stifling defense being put on by the senior, Abby Cummings. Arcidi can't get a step. And it looks like she'll be awarded her second 8-meter shot of the evening. Aggressive defense being played so far here by the Indians. RCD attacks. And she puts it into the back of the net. And the Indians trail 2-1 with 19 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half. Eric, so far we've seen some sloppy passing on the offensive end by the Indians. Turnovers really being a big problem right now.
Yeah, they can't give the Panthers that many chances, and especially when you talk about their aggressiveness on defense, and you see that aggressiveness translating to more chances for the Panthers, and RCD buried that one.
Sloppiness on offense could be attributed to the missing senior captain, Stevie Henson, who's been out for the past month with a broken nose. The Indians hope to have her back within the next week or two.
Yeah, that's a key piece of this team that's missing right now, and especially on senior night, it would be such a morale boost to have her there.
And Carly Navard loses her first draw of the evening as Glen Rock gains possession. Glen Rock looks to push. Dump down inside. Madeline Dill can't hold on. Mel Cartagena with the ground ball. Being triple teamed. Looking for someone to pass to. She tries to dump it off to the senior, Morgan LaSala. And the Indians catch a break as Glen Rock's called for the illegal stick check.
Yeah, Indians in a vulnerable position that time. They easily could turn the ball over, and it's very close to Nicole Elliott, so they could have made a lot out of that chance.
Delerba unable to find Navard on the fast break. But Ungemak corrals to the ground ball. Dumps it back inside. And Maddie Phillips puts it in on the bounce shot. Her second of the goal, her 20th of the season, and we have a tie game with 18 minutes left in the first half.
Maddie Phillips really proving to be that X factor here early on for the Indians. She'll tied up at 2-2 with 18 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the first half.
The senior captain getting off to a hot start here on senior night.
On an assist from number 7, Caroline Underbach.
With Stevie Henson out, that's really someone Valley's offense has to really just give as many chances as you can, and you got to pass her the ball. You have to accept that you're going to get the assist, and she'll get the goal.
Maddie Phillips will be taking her first draw of the evening. Ball's loose and it'll be awarded to Glenrock. Checking into the game, you see number 22, sophomore Kara Sankrella for the Indians. Her teammates describe her as a big energy player, someone who's all over the field. Madeline Dill tries to take her on decks. Arcidi's getting her third 8-meter shot. Let's see if she takes one. Arcidi dumps it off to Dill, who elects not to shoot right on the crease. Questionable decision there.
Great idea by Arcidi, but Dill just didn't pull the trigger that time.
Morgan Sala caught in the 8-meter zone for too long. She'll be forced out. Glenrock showing a patient offense so far. Arcidi gets a step. Tries to go through 3 people and the ball get knocked down. Gobbled up by Nicole Elliott. Nicole Elliott looking for someone to pass to. No one's open. And she'll send it toward midfield. Maddie Phillips unable to bring it in. Ball remains loose. Carly Navard called for the illegal stick check.
And if you're Elliott on that play, you really want your players to get more open, so the Panthers don't really have a chance to pressure you behind the net. That's a very dangerous position to be in.
Caroline Dill dumps it off. Shot. And that'll be put into the goal by number 3, senior Tara Zawilek. That's her second goal tonight. Assisted by Dill. The Glenrock Panthers have a lead over the Wayne Valley Indians 3-2 with just about 15 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, Dill with great field vision that time. Great feed.
The Glenrock goal scored by number 3, Tara Zawalek, on an assist from number 31, Madeline Dill. Time to goal 9:54.
A big part of the sport is knowing where your teammates like to shoot from, and you had to know that Dill knew that Zawilek, that's one of her sweet spots, and she buried it.
Come on, Valley.
Maddie Phillips takes a draw. She'll be looking for her third goal. Glenrock going to be called for the illegal stick check. The ref dinged up number 15, Maggie Smith, the junior, on that one.
You can see the ferocity in which Phillips is playing, and she's really trying to put this team on her back right now. She feels a big responsibility being that senior captain to show younger girls that are going to make up this program next year and years beyond that you really got to play aggressive and with heart.
Phillips dumps it off to Carly Navard. Splits to her left, back to her right, and she'll put it in. Carly Navard with her team leading 24th goal of the season. And back and forth we go as we have a tie game with 14 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, Navard, their go-to goal scorer, finally putting one on the board for Valley in the first half.
17, Carly Navard. The goal is unassisted. Time of the goal, 10:41.
In a back-and-forth game like this, all it takes is really that one play, that one shift of momentum, and one team could be in complete control. But right now, it seems like we're having a very competitive matchup.
Maddie Phillips wants to draw against Madeline Dill. Delerba looking for Navard, who's able to bring it in. No one's going to stop Navard. And she'll look to settle behind the net. Number 2, Tammy McNutt looking for them to pass to. She makes a move, and she's met by a wall of Glen Rock defenders. Maddie Phillips driving. Caught off the rebound by the freshman, Caroline Ungamek. And the Indians look to settle again. Navard splits, back to her right, and she puts it into the back of the net. Her second goal of the evening. The Indians now lead 4-3 with 13 minutes left in the first half.
You have so many different moving parts of this offense, so many key players you have to watch out for. It's tough if you're the goaltender for the Panthers. You have Phillips, Navard, the freshman phenom. You never know which way that offense is going to go.
Indians offense poses a lot of problems for opposing defenses because they have a lot of action that can take the attention of the defenders, but really they're just trying to isolate their 2 main goal scorers.
Yeah, that's really the strategy here if you're the Indians, and that could really mess with some defensive schemes. If you're not prepared to concentrate on those 2 people, you're in for a long night.
Ball's loose, and that'll be brought in by Sawalik, who'll pass it ahead to Dill. Artie Seedy sends it over to Alendick, who sends it back up top. The freshman, Riley Duncan. Back to Artie Seedy, who makes a nice leaping grab. Pass is knocked down by Cara Scancarella. Key takeaway by the Indians. Scancarella takes up the sideline. Riley Duncan giving chase. Scancarella rolls back. Finds McNutt right in front of the net. Back to Ungamek. Shot! Score! Great ball movement shown by the Indians offense. They now lead 5-3. Caroline Ungamek, the freshman phenom, with her 22nd goal of the season.
Yeah, you saw that huge burst of acceleration start that off. And then the freshman phenom in the middle was wide open. The defense has to lock her up if they want to stay competitive.
The winning goal scored by number 7, Caroline Ungamek. On an assist from number 2, Tammy McNutt. Time of the goal, 13:08.
Great field vision being shown here by the Indians, really finding the open woman.
Indians have now scored 3 unanswered. Ball's loose, and that'll be brought in by sophomore Courtney Delerba. She puts a move on, and looks like that was number 12, Megan Lynch, the freshman, with the illegal stick check. Coach Durso imploring the ref to call offside. The refs will stop to talk it over. And it looks like they concur. Delerba sends it up to Scancarella. Rolls back. Draws 2 defenders. Scancarella sends it back to Ungamak. Back to Scancarella, but she can't bring it in. Credit number 24, Maeve Williams with the ground ball. But Carly Navarre will get that right back for the Indians. Back to Scancarella. Dumps it inside to Phillips, but that can't be brought in the traffic.
Clutch double team by Valley here in their offensive zone, but they could not make anything of it.
Now Cartagena knocks it down and the Indians possess. LaSalle has trouble bringing that one in, but senior Abby Cummins to the ground ball. Pass was intended for McNutt. Indians fortunate that Scancarella was there as backup. It's just under 10 minutes left. The Indians still lead 5-3. Indians will pass it around a little bit. Navarre with a risky pass over the freshman Ungamak. Barely gets through. Ungamak double teamed. They'll be called for the illegal stick check. Ungamak looking for her second goal of the night. Going through 5 defenders. Another illegal stick check.
The more penalties these Panthers commit, the more chances they're giving the freshman phenom to capitalize.
And she finds Twine. She goes top shelf. Ungamak with her second goal of the night. The Indians lead 6-3 with 8 minutes and 49 seconds left in the first half.
The Wayne Valley goal scored by number 7, Caroline Ungamak. The goal is unassisted on the free position attempt. Time to goal 16-11.
Indians keeping the Panthers goaltender guessing there. We see them bounce it in a lot, and that time they went top shelf, so she used a lot of areas on her mind as to where these Indians could try to score on.
And the Panthers win the draw. Tara Zawalik tries getting a step on her defender. She can't shake her.
Hey, Texas team! Run it! You're it! Maggie, you're it! Riley, direct traffic!
Scancarella with the near interception. Madeline Dill will be awarded the 8-meter shot.
Almost a key defensive play that time.
Madeline Dill dumps it off. They'll send it around. Back to Arcidi. Swallow. Swallow and Kids playing nice two-man game up top. And Nicole Elliott makes her second save of the night. Elliott sends it out to Scancarella, who finds Galurba cutting across the middle of the field. Cartagena can't quite bring it in, but she's able to collect the ground ball. Pass knocked down. Cummings was standing out of bounds. Glen Rock will gain possession in about 35. Seen two aggressive rides put on here by the Glen Rock Panthers.
Yeah, one great thing the Panthers are doing is when Elliott does make a save, when she tries to pass the ball out, it's really tougher to get it out of her zone as the Panthers really just cover every single woman for the Indians.
Hey, Utah special, Riley, you're in.
Seeing a bit of a personnel change here. RCD operating from the top in the beginning of the first half, shifted down more towards crease.
Yeah, late in the first for the Panthers, goal scoring has been at a premium, so they're just trying to mix it up at this point.
Questionable call there by the official as he thought that was it. Oh, he corrects himself. Ball is going to be awarded to number 3, Katie Razor. Look for her to take it herself with great speed. Razor puts a move on. She splits the defenders. Nice move by the junior. Razor sends it to the senior, Carly Navard. Looks like she could have taken it herself. She decided to dump it off. Scancarella rolls back. Again. Shot. Saved. Ungenbach gets it off the rebound. She couldn't quite get a clean look, but that would be because of the legal stick check. She'll be awarded another 8-meter shot. Let's see if she can capitalize again.
Phenomenal job by the defender, Razor, to get in the offensive zone.
Ungenbach back to. Pass ahead to Phillips. Back to Navard. She gets a step shot. She scores, but it will be waved off by the official. There's a foul beforehand. Navard will be looking to complete the hat trick. And she does. Bounce right between the goalkeeper's legs. Navard with her third goal of the night. The Indians have now scored 5 unanswered and lead 7-3 with 4 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, still over 4 minutes left here in the first half, and she already has 3 goals. She's set up for a huge night.
Number 17, Carly Navard. The goal is unassisted on the free position attempt. Time of the goal, 20:29.
The two active senior captains, Carly Navard and Maddie Phillips, have combined for 5 of the Indians' 7 goals here on senior night, really showing out.
Yeah, Navard now with 26 goals on the year.
Ball's loose.
Come on!
Neither team can gain possession. It'll be brought in by number 15. That's junior Maggie Smith. Smith pushes ahead, looking for a teammate. She can't find one.
Come on, you weakling!
And an odd showing here. You see the senior Carly Navard doing push-ups on the sideline.
Yeah, keeping herself loose.
Our CD almost lost possession, but she's able to corral it. Glen Rock continues to work it around. Indians forming a wall around senior Nicole Elliott. But that will be put in the back of the net by the senior, Tara Zwolak, her third of the night. And she puts an end to the Indians' run. With 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first half, the Indians now lead Glen Rock 7-4.
Yeah, Panthers' offensive style, extremely distinct. They just very precise passes. They're very patient, and they'll wait for their opportunity. Valley, on the other hand, they're more of the aggressor. They'll try to get quickly into the offensive zone and then make an opportunity right away.
The Glen Rock goal scored by number
Have a pair
3,
of dueling
Tara
hat tricks
Zwolak.
between Navarre and Zwolak.
The time to goal 22:02.
Navarre will look to continue her success with her draws.
You talked about the big game from Navarre and Swallow. That might be the determining factor of this game, as those two girls are running the offenses right now. If one steps up just a little bit, that could be the difference in the game.
Navarre wins another draw. She continues to push. And she'll, for the second time, she puts it into the back of the net. But there's a foul beforehand. She took her talents to the basketball court, that'd be known as an and one. And for the second straight game, Carly Navarre has 4 goals.
Yeah, and if that was an A1, she certainly converted on the free throw that time, buried it.
And the Indians jump out to an 8-4 lead with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the first
By
half.
number 17, Carly Navarre. The goal is unassisted on the free position attempt. Time of the goal 22:31.
We see the sophomore, Kara Scancarella, taking her first draw tonight. And she is 0 for 1 on the evening. Dill looks ahead, but it's knocked down by Delerba, who scoops up the ground ball. After some discussion, the Indians will be awarded possession. Delerba surrounded by a swarming Panthers defense. She's able to evade them. Unable to split the double team this time as she turns it over. Zwolak looking for her 4th goal tonight. She'll be checked by Abby Cummings. Arcidi takes it by X.
Hey, you're an Ohio Red! Ohio Red! Work! Move on ball!
Here, Glen Rock coach Kyle McCourt barking out plays. Tight defense being put on by the Indians. Ball's loose, but Glen Rock's able to maintain possession. As we near the 1 minute mark in the first half, the Indians still lead 8-4.
Panthers bring that patient offensive style once again, but with just a minute left, they're going to have to hurry it up.
With the patient offense, they may not be built to come back from big deficits. Elliott making life hard for the Panthers with 2 saves right in front of the crease. Elliott sends it right over Zwolak's head. Abby Cummings can't quite bring it in. And the ref looks upset about something. Looks like Katie Razor may have found herself in the 8-meter area for just a second too long. The freshman, Katie Kellick, will be taking the 8-meter shot for the Panthers. She shoots. Another save by Elliott, her 5th of the night.
Elliott has really found her groove here late in the first.
Scancarella takes it off the deflection. Sends it ahead to Tammy McNutt. Dumps it into Phillips, who can't finish right in front of the net. Cameron Navard with the aggressive ground ball. She'll get a step. And that'll be saved by Bojan. That's her third save of the evening. Carly Navard drives. She shoots. Another save. And we've just reached the end of the first half. The Indians with an 8-4 lead despite two very close opportunities. Thought they were going to be able to extend it, maybe 1 or 2 more goals, but that's all right. Here on senior night, the Indians lead 8-4. Eric, what did you see in that first half?
In that first half, we talked about the two differing offensive styles already. Valley really relying on their speed, their aggressiveness, willing to get it to their two big offensive stars, and it's paid off as Navard already has a 4-goal game. And with the Panthers, they were a lot more patient, picking their spots. Not one strategy is better than the other, but right now, Valley's executing theirs much better as they have an 8-4 lead.
We have seen both teams execute the 3 Ds of lacrosse very nicely here. Drive, draw, and dump. They're able to get a step on their defender and then dump it off to an open cutter.
Yeah, 3 extremely important things that make up this sport, and both teams are showing it.
All right, we'll be back in 6 minutes with the second half. And welcome back to Wayne Valley Television as we bring you the second half of the Wayne Valley Girls Lacrosse game versus Glen Rock Panthers. The Indians out to a 8-4 lead. Some first half highlights. Carly Navard with 4 goals, team's leading goal scorer. Maddie Phillips got off to a hot start with 2 early goals. For Glen Rock, we've seen a dominating performance by senior Tara Zwolek with 3 goals, the hat trick.
Yeah, and another noteworthy part of that first half, Nicole Elliott struggled early on, but really later in that half, she really seemed to got her rhythm. And that is not what you want to see if you're the Panthers going into the second half, already trailing by 4 goals.
And news just broke this afternoon, the Wayne Valley Indians have earned the 2nd seed in counties for the 2nd year in a row. After a disappointing finish in the final last year, they vowed to, quote, finish the fight.
Yeah, going into that one with a chip on their shoulder. We'll see if they can finish it this time.
Ball's loose. And Courtney Deliber will get the ground ball as we get the second half underway. RCD giving chase. Good field awareness by Deliber not to give it up. She dumps it off the Razor. She can absolutely fly. She'll dump it off to McNutt. McNutt sends it over to Cameron Navard. Cameron gets a step, and she'll put it in for her first goal of the night. Navard with her 15th goal of the season.
The Wayne Valley goal scored by number 23, Cameron Navard. The goal is unassisted. Time of the goal, 41 seconds of the second half.
And for the second time tonight, we see the Indians get off to a hot start to start the half. Saw Maddie Phillips score with just about 50 seconds into the first half, and now Cameron Navard even quicker, 39 seconds into the second half.
Yeah, if you're Glen Rock, this is not what you want. You were hoping to come out swinging here early in the second. And right away, Valley gets that goal. That is a gut punch.
And while the sister Carly may be better known for her accolades, especially the 100-goal mark, Cameron Navard's 4th on the goal in team, so she's no stiff herself.
Yeah, very talented siblingship there.
Glen Rock looks to answer. Smith unable to get a step on her defender. With that goal, the Indians now lead 9-4 over the visiting Glen Rock Panthers. Another save by Elliott, her 6th of the night. Eric, you mentioned the rocky start she got off to. She's really found her groove, making life very difficult for this Glen Rock offense.
Yeah, she is locked in at this point. You just said 6 saves. That gives her a 60% save rate. She's really improving as this game goes on.
Type of performance you expect from a senior goalie. But Arcidi with the nice pass to the cutting Dill, who's able to beat Elliott that time. With just about 23 minutes left in the second half, Glen Rock narrows the margin to just 4, trailing 9-5.
Our city is no give up in her game. This potent offense by Glen Rock Panthers, it has absolutely ran through her. She is the core of this offense.
Time to go 145.
Ball's loose off the draw. An illegal stick check put on. Indians will gain possession. Carly Navarre takes it in midfield. Sends it ahead to her fellow captain, Maddie Phillips. She turns on the Jets. No one stops ball. She's unable to put it in the back of the net for her 3rd goal of the night. Phillips still looking to complete the hat trick.
Phillips saw that open lane, was dead set on scoring that time, but great job by the Glen Rock goalie.
Yeah, Liz Bergeron with her 5th save of the night. Indians peppering her with shots. Sal looks ahead, finds Cummings. Sends it over to Ungamak. She gets a step, shot, and she puts it into the back of the net. She completes the hat trick. The freshman phenom continues her dominant stretch. That's her 24th goal of the evening. Excuse me, 24th goal of the season.
You can tell she really loves going to that top shelf.
The away valley goal scored by number 7, Caroline Ungamak. The goal is unassisted. Time to go 250.
And Carly Navarre wins yet another draw. She looks to start a 1-girl fast break. But Glen Rock recovers and the Indians will look to settle. Scancarello will be given a free run to the net. And she'll be given the 8-meter shot. Another stoppage in play. The ref being very aggressive with his whistle tonight.
Yeah, if any calls are Burline, he is more than happy to call him.
Scancarello gets a step, and she scores for her 6th goal of the season and her 1st of the night. With just over 21 minutes left, the Wayne Valley Indians lead 11-5.
And the big thing you can attribute those 11 goals to at this point is the mixture of how they attack the goaltender. You saw just last goal, it was the top left corner, and that time it was the bottom left. So the goaltender has so many things on her mind to protect. It's so difficult.
Defense certainly isn't helping her out with shooting space fouls.
Yeah, can't give these Indians more chances than they already make for themselves.
Carly Navarre with another draw. Vard sends it over to Phillips. And it looked like she was going to be able to put it in for her third goal of the night. But the ref continues his liberal calls. Phillips with the head fake. She's unable to put it in. Looked like it got knocked down before it could reach the goalkeeper. Nice pass by McNutt. Finds Ungamuk. And another shooting space foul. Ungamuk shoots. And it looked like it got knocked down. She was looking for her fourth goal of the night. A triple team put on, and it's successful. Kristen McLean's able to gather it on the ground ball. An illegal stick check, and she'll be able to take it off the restart. McLean settles behind the goal. Fakes the pass, but then will dump it off to Cara Sancarella. Sancarella's double teamed, and Glen Rock forces a key turnover.
Good pressure there from the Panthers, forcing the Indians to make a pass that just should not have been attempted.
And that'll be knocked down by junior Katie Razor. Ball reigns loose. Ball is still loose. Neither team can gain possession. And it'll be brought in by the senior Abby Cummings. She'll find Scancarella. Scancarella has a step. Indians with another fast break opportunity. Scancarella finds a cutting McNutt, but she's unable to put it in.
Good chance there, but just a little bit far left.
Ungamak sends it over to Scancarella. Indians showing a little patience on the offensive end. See the Navarre sisters setting screens for each other in front of the crease. Carly to Cameron. And Cameron's unable to put it in the back of the net. With just under 18 minutes left, the Indians lead 11-5.
And if you're Glen Rock, the clock is the enemy at this point, as you're still down by 6 goals.
Eric, it may be time for a philosophy change. They can't afford to settle and try to work for the best shot. They just need to try to get shots on net and hope they find Twine.
Yeah, that's really the mindset you have to have. We talked about that precise, slow-moving, but accurate offense, and at this point with 17:20 left, it's time to start making more power moves.
Indians nearly throw it away, but that'll be brought in by Maddie Phillips. You've really seen both senior captains for the Indians all over the field tonight. Phillips cuts back, finds McLean. McLean looking for Scancarella. That pass will be knocked down. Kristen McLean able to recover. Cameron Navarre looking to take her defender one-on-one. She gets a step, but a nice check put on by the Glen Rock defense as Navarre loses possession.
Nice job by the Panthers to shut down that isolation chance.
Smith gets a step, and she puts it into the back of the net. Smith with her first goal of the night. With just over 16 minutes left, the Panthers still trail, though, 11-6.
Yeah, and that'll be Maggie Smith's 12th goal on the year.
The Glen Rock goal scored by number 15, Maggie Smith. The goal is unassisted. Time of the goal, 8:53.
Ball's loose. That'll be brought in by Tammy McNutt. Legal stick check put on, and McNutt will take it off the restart. Panthers able to recover. McNutt aggressively shoved to the ground. Refs all over that one. McNutt will take it off the restart. She's awarded the 8-meter shot. She tries putting a move on. She is unable to. But again, the illegal stick check put on. Coach Kyle McCord of the Panthers showing clear displeasure with that call. Another save by Bejun.
Great job by Bejun. At first, Indians came out with a stutter step, and she stopped that, and now came right at him and stopped that also.
Indians are able to take it off. They're an aggressive ride. Ball's loose. And that's secured by number 3, Tara Zwolek. And that'll be an illegal stick check on number 9, Jenna Colicchio. Both coaches seem to be unhappy with the officiating so far. Maggie Smith pushes. Cumming is called for a 3-second. Questionable call, as it seemed like she was marking her man.
Yeah, that disdain really coming from both sidelines, not one way or the other.
Elliott with another save. She finds Ashley Zarb, who's unable to get through the double team, and Glen Rock will get possession right back. Zwolek finds the cutting Dill, who can't bring it in. RCD tries putting a move on McNutt. McNutt's not having any of it. Panthers continuing to show a patient approach to offense. With 12.5 minutes left and trailing by 5, one has to wonder if they can afford to be so judicious with their shot selection.
Yeah, they may not be the ideal strategy, but they'll try to go back to it.
And just as I question their offense, number 2, Haley Supoff, puts it in to the back of the net. That'll be her second goal of the season.
And if you're Glen Rock here, with 12 minutes remaining, you have to think, do you go back to your strategy that has worked already 7 times tonight, or do you turn it on a little bit? Are you going to be a little bit more aggressive here down the stretch?
RCD with her second assist of the evening.
The Glen Rock goal Scored by number 9, Kate Keller, on an assist from number 10, Caitlin Arcidi.
Arcidi proving tonight that she can
Time
not
to
only
go
score but
12-3.
also dish it out.
It's Kate Keller. Here we go.
Maggie Smith pushes. Panthers passing around. RCD puts a move on McLean. McLean caught being a little too aggressive on the defensive end. RCD will be awarded the 8-meter shot.
Yeah, the physicality has definitely increased here in the second half.
Ball's loose, and that'll be brought in by Maddie Phillips. She shakes two Glen Rock defenders. She tries to dump it down to Colicchio. Colicchio gets a step, and she can't put it in. Glen Rock's goalkeeper, Liz Bergon, really improving her play as this game goes on.
Yeah, 8 goals given up in the first half, and now only 3 in the second thus far.
Phil sends it over to Colicchio. Try to dump it down to the cutting Navard. A lot of action being shown right in front of the net.
No, keep talking, girls.
And if you're the Indians at this point, part of you has to say, okay, let's keep it in our zone for as long as we can. Let's let that clock wind down.
Phillips unable to put it in. Another save by Bergon.
Both goaltenders really stepping it up here in the second half.
That's Bergon's 8th save of the night. Zwolek gets away with playing with the offhand. Durso clearly unhappy with the no call. 9.5 minutes left. The Indians still lead the Panthers 11-7. Shots gets knocked down before it can give Nicole Elliott any trouble. Alyssa Kidd sends it over to Tara Zwolek. Zwolek looked for a cutting Smith who couldn't quite hold on.
Glen Rock's really got to pick a spot here.
RCD puts a move on. Nice check applied by the junior, Chris McLean, as the Indians will gain possession. McNutt will take it off the restart. And McNutt throws it away. Glen Rock gains possession. Navarro chasing Bergeron around. They're able to find Zwolek in the middle of the field, who looks to push. Gets by McNutt. McNutt with a nice recovery check. Zwolek finds the freshman Katie Kitts. Indians defense forces another turnover. McLean being hounded by Arcidi. She's able to get a step. Dumps it down to Colicchio. Ungamuk looks to make a move.
Challenge the ball, girls.
And Colicchio can't find Twine. With just under 7 minutes left, the Indians still maintain a 4-goal lead.
Indians getting this chance in the offensive zone because of McLean's strong offensive transition.
Another illegal stick check called. Ungelmack will look for her 4th goal on the 8-meter shot. She shoots. She can't score this time around. Indians should look to just play the clock now and waste as much time as they can. An aggressive check put on. Maggie Smith called for the cross check. Scancarella wisely takes it out. Unaware of the defender, the ball's knocked loose. Ungelmack collects it right in front of the goal. Ball gets knocked down again and out. He's swallowed up by Bergeron. Pass is nearly picked off by Navard, but Scancarella gets it off the errant pass. Scancarella finds Ungamuk, who only had the keeper to beat, but she can't put it in the back of the net.
Great goaltending from both sides of the field, really. 3 goals given up by each goaltender this half. Glenrock really having confidence in their goaltender's passing ability, as they'll pass to her even if there's no shot taken on her. They'll just give her the ball for the heck of it.
You do see some teams elect to run their break through their goalkeeper.
Yeah, Glenrock's certainly an example of that.
Smith sends it back to Swallock. Swallock beats her defender. And it looks like she'll be awarded a key 8-meter shot with just about 4 minutes left in the second half.
Yeah, at this point, Panthers will have to average a goal a minute in order to tie this thing up.
Steep mountain to climb for sure, but I've seen crazier things happen on this field. Swallock shoots and she scores. Her 4th goal of the night and her 13th of the season.
And if you want this comeback to happen, that's exactly the way you got to start it. 3:43 left, down 3 goals. Certainly possible.
Unassisted on the free position attempt. Time to goal 21-17.
This late in the game, the Panthers cannot afford to make any errors at this point. It has to be all perfect throughout.
Glenrock electing to take a timeout at a key juncture in this game. Coach Colin McCourt's really going to have to rally the troops.
Yeah, you really have to talk out the strategy and what is the mindset here coming into the final 3 minutes.
Let's take a moment to during this break took launch. This would be Mr. Jonathan Randall's last game in the press box.
Yeah, pretty insane. He's been at Valley for a while, has done so much for this program.
After building up the program for 20 years, Randall will be calling it quits after this season. As we journey through his final video club season, this will be the last game on the turf.
He's given so many kids so many opportunities, whether it's directing a production, doing camera work, or even us announcing. He's given so many kids chances. It's really fueled the passion that kids have for the TV industry.
And Mother Nature seemed to cooperate with Randall as he moves into the final steps of his career. We have one of the first really beautiful nights of the spring.
Yeah, certainly. Set up beautifully.
And as action resumes, you see number 22, Kara Scancarella, trot out to midfield for what could be a key draw.
Yeah, Panthers have been on the wrong side of most of these draws. Could try to change that right now.
And we will redraw. Panthers will need to close the game on a 5-goal run if they want to tie this one up. Scancarella is unable to corral it. Does a nice job goosing it away from the defender. Nearly turns over, but that'll be caught by Ungamuk, who finds Savard, who can't finish the play off.
Yeah, and that truly would have iced this game.
Eric, do you think that the Indians are maybe being a little too aggressive on offense? I mean, with a 3-goal lead, just over 3 minutes left, you would expect them to hold it and try to milk as much time off as they can.
Yeah, at this point, no reason to really stick your neck out there. Don't be too risky, you know? If a chance comes, you could take it, but don't be afraid to pass it around either.
Exactly, no need to force the issue. But Maddie Phillips does just that as she puts it in for her 3rd goal of the night, finally completing the hat trick. And with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in this game, that could be the final dagger.
Yeah, and it's really not a risk when you have that much confidence in your shot as Phillips does. Sealing the hat trick. She is the 4th of Valley's goals tonight. Leading contributor on this senior night.
Phillips is now the 3rd Indians player to complete the hat trick tonight, joining Carly Navard and for the freshman Caroline Ungamuk. The senior captains really making an impact here on senior night. And Glen Rock wins the draw. They're going to have to force the issue. Dill had a step on her defender.
Panthers down by 4. We are looking at some kind of comeback.
A big save by Nicole Elliott.
Yeah, down the stretch here, that is exactly what you want to see out of your star goaltender.
Glen Rock with unable to complete the clean exchange. Ball saved by Ungamuk. Excuse me, that was Ashley Zarb. RCD finds a cutting Dill, but she can't complete the catch. With just under a minute and a half left, it looks like the Indians are going to be able to run out the clock and close this one out here on senior night.
Yeah, great performance all around for the Wayne Valley Indians.
And we've just reached the 1 minute mark. The Indians maintain their 4-goal lead.
Elliott showing a good consistency of giving up just 4 goals per half. While the Panthers average giving up 6 goals per half.
And it looks like the Indians will just stall.
Yeah, and at this juncture of the game, that truly is the move, as you have a very comfortable lead.
No need to run up the score, and no need to help the opposition get back in the game.
2-2-2, you're still up.
Navard goes through seemingly the entire Glen Rock defense before the ref stops it. 28 seconds left here in the game. And a successful double team for Glen Rock. Nice to see them continue to show some fight here late in the game despite the big deficit.
Yeah, a lot of heart being shown. Really good performance by the Panthers as well. They've showcased some of their strengths. Just not good enough on this senior night for Wayne Valley.
And Tammy McNutt's going to run out the clock as the Indians win 12-8 here on senior night. And the bench goes to mount the goalie.
That is the end of the game. Final score, Wayne Valley 12, Glen Rock 8.
Elliott recording her 300th save on this senior night. Historic amount.
She's truly been a steady presence for her team throughout her Wayne Valley career. No better way for a senior send-off than with her 300th save. Eric, we saw a back-and-forth affair early on, but then the Indians seemed to pull away late in the first half. What did you see? What were the keys to their success?
Yeah, the key to their success was really Elliott really settling down, showing the goaltender she could be, and really has been throughout her career, marking a 300 save mark. That is a great sign of consistency and steadiness. And really, in a game like Lacrosse, it all goes back to that goaltender. That's the rock of the team. That's the person you need to step up the most.
The Indians improved to 7-3 on the season, while Glen Rock falls to 2-8. Be sure to watch everything else Wayne Valley Television has to offer. We will be shooting the jazz concert tomorrow night. And of course, SDA, the big event of the spring, will be aired this Saturday.
Yeah, so much to tune in for.
Next big sporting event will be next Monday, as the Wayne Valley boys volleyball team will take on the visiting rival Wayne Hills Patriots. Expect a great game that time out.
Yeah, a lot of talent being showcased with Stefan Roddick, Vinny Marone, a couple of big-name seniors.
And as the Wayne Valley parents get ready to say bye to their seniors, we're going to have to wrap this one up. For Eric Bender, I'm Tom Santinello. We'll catch you next time.
May freedom forever fly. Let it ring. Salute the ones who died. The ones that give their lives so we don't have to sacrifice all the things we love, like our ticket price and cold beer on a Friday night. Our pair of jeans that fit just right, and